times like this makes me just want to hang it up, honestly. It's not really because of my company, it's just because of the whole industry itself is just taking a shit. Like, it's not, hasn't been feeling the same for the last year and a half right as it is. Like, I don't know what's coming down with this industry nowadays, but a lot of truck drivers out here just don't look out for each other anymore out here. They just don't. And then you gotta deal with asshole truck drivers cutting you off, almost sideswiping you and all that. You know? That's the shit we have to deal with out here. On top of the four-wheelers and on top of that. So, and then you gotta deal with these shippers and receivers that don't give a shit about you. In general, or don't even care what you go through, or whatever, you know? A lot of shit could get delayed out here, okay? Like, a lot of shit out here gets delayed. Very easily, more than you'd think. Like, road work, for example. That could delay you for fucking, I don't know how long. But it could damn near delay you for fucking a good amount of time, honestly. And then, not to mention, which I did already say before, these asshole fucking truck drivers out here that just don't fucking care about each other anymore out here, honestly. It's every man for himself out here. You know, all they think about at the end of the day is themselves and only themselves only, and that's it. Like, you know, and then on top of that, I gotta deal with them cutting me off every single fucking day out here. Like doing a freaking four-wheeler, dude. And then, what's stressful is, it's just, like, sometimes, like, when I'm just driving alone, especially, something I really noticed when I was up in the Grapevine, dude, when I was on the Grapevine, a lot of fucking truck drivers almost be sideswiping me, dude. Don't know how to maintain their fucking lanes. Like, it's ridiculous out here. How many bad truck drivers there is out here in this fucking road, dude? Like, you know, it's just ridiculous nowadays. It's like, fuck. It's just so much stressful, and I don't know. I feel like I'm just getting burnt out with this job, honestly. I feel like I am. Just overall burnt out with trucking, dude. So, I'm not gonna lie, dude. When GTA 6 comes out, dude, I'm taking a whole fucking week off. I don't care, dude. I don't give a shit no more, dude. I need some time off, because, honestly, to really think about it, dude, like, I haven't took time off from any job for the last 4 fucking years already. Yes, you heard that right. For 4 years. I never once, even though I was a May, Heartland, even with the Amazon Freight Partner, I never asked for time off like that. Like, I was always working, always on the grind, which is not good for me, because I guess that's how being burnt out happens, I guess. So it's like, yeah, I kind of did this to myself at the end of the day with that part, but the only con I don't like about this company is really not having PTO, which is kind of stupid, honestly, in my opinion, but that's the only con I could think about with the current company I'm with right now. But other than that, they've been good to me, honestly. Like, I have no complaints with this company. I really don't. Like, I just run from Sacramento to LA, then LA to Sacramento, and I'm home every other day, plus with the weekend stuff on top of that. Like, it can't get any better than that, you know? It just can't. Now, probably not as good as local, but, you know, I get it. There's going to be some local jobs, like Monday to Friday, whatever, right? I get it with that part. You know? Until I find that, then I'm staying right here where I'm at, honestly, you know? I just haven't found the right job yet, you know? That's like Monday to Friday, you know? Day shift position, anything like that. I just haven't found it in my area. I don't know what it is in the Sacramento area, dude. Every time I apply for a job in Sacramento, dude, or even West Sacramento, in the Sacramento area, metro area in general, dude, these jobs be having, like, ghost listing jobs out here. Like, you know, it's ridiculous. So, sometimes you just gotta take what you could get. So, that's just how it is. You know? Alright, let me just read these comments. Because the whole point of this video is, like, I'm really getting kind of feeling like I'm just burnt out right now doing this job. You know? It's nothing to do with my company. It's just the asshole truck drivers I have to deal with out here on this fucking road. make me puts a lot more stress under my shoes if anything else. I don't know what you guys are saying. The fuck? I don't know what you guys are saying, so I can't reply to y'all with that stuff. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah. Honestly, Maury Avenue at the USPS right now, and I really heard USPS is the worst loads to do, and I totally agree on that. It is, if you're not already a post office driver for them, because they just waste your time and they don't give a fuck about you at the end of the day, and then they just take their sweet time just loading you up if it's a live load. Sometimes it's a drop and hook, depending on which trailer I get. What I mean by that is, like, if I get the blue and the white trailer, I'm not sure you guys see it on the photos or not, but maybe I haven't posted it yet, but it starts with a W, but I forgot what the other word is. So if you see those kind of trailers, those are dropping hooks. So those are just easy to do. But I'm with a Capital trailer right now, so, which is my company, by the way. So I'm probably gonna get off this live stream once they're done loading me up, cause I got a long day today to do. So I started in Ontario, picked up and picking up right now in Maury Valley. Hope I said that right. California, taking off all the way to Richmond, and all the way from Richmond back to Sacramento, and that's gonna be like pretty much a 10-hour day of driving plus. The reason I say plus because of traffic. So hopefully the traffic is gonna be nice to me today, and hopefully I don't have to go through a violation or anything like that, because I do want to get back home today, honestly, if I can, you know. Dude, please don't sideswipe me, dude. Okay, he's not gonna sideswipe me, thank God. Yeah, this is a shit I have to worry about, dude. It's these other truck drivers, dude, just fucking. It almost even looks like they're gonna hit you, basically. Dude, I'm not trying to get another fucking accident. Alright, what are you doing? Right now I'm getting live loaded. Hopefully they're fast. This facility is just on some bullshit when they're telling me I'm late when I got here on time, which I kind of argue with the guy, honestly, because I mean, not typically like argue, but like I told him, like, hey, I was here since 1:30, and you witnessed it. I was here at 1:30, so at that point I'm not late, dude. I'm actually on time, if anything else. But he's trying to be on some bullshit, and he's trying to claim I'm late, whatever. I was like, you know what, whatever, fuck this shit. You know, I'm just gonna just walk away, just, you know, go back in my truck and away, I guess. You know, it's just these shippers and receivers don't give a shit about you out here, honestly. Which I get it, you know, they clock in, clock out, they get different truck drivers every single day, so. Like, I don't blame them for that, honestly. So it is a USPS load. And I don't like doing USPS loads because they just waste a lot of your time, I feel like. But sometimes it could turn to a drop and hook if you get one of their trailers, rental trailers, basically. Sometimes we do, though, which I do prefer that. That way I'm just in and out, you know. But some facilities are bad, and some of them are actually pretty good. So you're just in and out, and honestly, all that shit. I guess it just depends which one you go to, but this one's horrible. The one at Maury Valley, I'm never coming here again, honestly. I hope I don't get in here again, honestly. This place sucks. On top of that, it is actually pretty tight here too. I'm not gonna lie. But not the tightest thing in the world, but it is pretty tight here compared to most USPS out here, you know? So what's going on with you, Judy? Yeah, I'm raising night shift. It's just because it's beneficial out here in I mean, not South Sac. Southern California, because the traffic is so bad during the day. I'm telling you, like, I've been looking ways to make my job easier, honestly. And luckily, I'm in the same route all the time. So it makes it easier to kind of play with which one's easier on the shifts. But I'm telling you, these night shifts are way easier because as long as you get past the fatigue thing, well, as long as you get past that, which it is going to take you some time to get through, honestly. Because night shifts, I will tell you that much, is not easy at first. It did take me at least a long time for me to get used to it. Every now and then I get fatigued, but not like, you know, like that, like I used to. But it does take a while to get used to, though. Once you get used to it, dude, you're not going to want to go back to day shift. I'm telling you that right now, honestly. Night shift is so much easier. No traffic. I mean, yeah, you're going to deal with road work here and there, certain areas, but that's about it. You just got to hope it's not, like, really delayed. Yeah. So I'm glad you agree on that. Yeah, as long as you get past the fatigue part, which I do agree on that part. It is sometimes you do get fatigue, but it is, and I kind of like it in a sleeper because at least you got a sleeper in the back. And if you see a rest area that's open and looks like has a lot of spots, I just pull in there, dude. Take like a 30-man to a 40-man nap, and then get back on the road from there. Because I'm telling you, even those power naps do help too as well with fatigue. Like, you'd be surprised on that. Like, it does help. Because I'm telling you, at night, when you go on I-5, it's pretty fucking boring, honestly. It's nothing but this darkness. So it's like, and headlights on that. But I do try to find other ways for me not to be fatigued. Like, I've been trying to listen to, like, podcasts. I've been trying to listen to different music. Or, you know, more upbeat shit if I could. Because this night shit is not easy. It's not. Like, it's going to take getting used to at first, which is going to take a while. But once you get used to it, it's actually the best shifts ever, honestly. Let me see. Yeah, it is peaceful out here. Driving at night. It's just no traffic, but you do got to do a road work depending which city you go to. So, especially out here in California, because they're trying to get everything done all in the same time. So, because I kind of understand why, because they can't really do construction work like when it's rainy out in the wintertime, because it just delays you. The heck? Hold on. Did they change it to Sacramento? Alright, sorry, yo. I'm back. I'm not sure if I paused the video or not. I hope you guys didn't hear what I said in the background, but yeah, it went from a 1-stop to a 2-stop. And yeah, I'm not too happy about that part because I really wish I could get rid of that Richmond load, because that Richmond load is going to take all damn day to do, honestly. But if it was from here to West Sacramento, I could probably do that, because at least it'll be pretty close to the yard and it's right fucking there. So, but nope, I got 2 stops to do today and I'm not too happy with that. So, but good thing about the USPS in West Sacramento, like, it's just like pretty much on the way where I need to go to anyways, which is to the yard. So yeah, it's kind of close, I'm not gonna lie. But it is a live load and a live unload, which I don't like that at all, because it just wastes so much time with that. That's the only thing I don't like about this particular load. I'm not doing this load again, I can tell you that much. Like, especially if it has more than one stop, dude, that's just gonna take all damn day, dude. And at that point, dude, I'm maxing my clock out at that point, dude. So, I'm not gonna be too happy with that shit. So, at all. So, what happens, they basically added, like, so dispatch basically added, like, a stop, like, an extra stop along what I needed to do anyways. So, that's what happened, and yeah. So, doing a live load, and then 2 live unloads, you guys could guess, doing that all in one fucking day. I'm telling you right now. That shit's gonna take time. You don't know how long these facilities are gonna take, what you and all that. They could take hours, they could take whatever the case may be. Like, they do take a long time with that, so. Because keep in mind, I already been here for 47 minutes already. Yeah, I don't know that West Side's gonna be doable. If I was just like getting on live unload from Richmond and not Bobton, but just driving empty to the yard, then I could do that. But dude, they added a fucking extra stop on my route, dude. But I get it, it's like on the way back, but dude, that's just wasted so much extra time that doesn't need to be done, dude. And they do this shit at last minute too. So the company you work for is a mostly live load. Now all the time, there is a little bit dropping hooks here and there too. So they told me it's a 50% ratio of like drop and hook and like live load and live unloads. But I haven't got any live loads or live unloads for a while, honestly. So that's probably why, I guess. But dude, I don't like doing these loads. They just take all damn day, dude, and max my clock out on top of that. So if that's the case, then I'm just gonna have to PC after I'm done with this West Sacramento one. Back to the yard because there's no other place to park in Sac. Like, at that point, I might as well go back to the fucking yard. There's no point in going to a truck stop, honestly. Because it's only like less than, like, what, 10 miles away? So there's really no point in me going to a truck stop in Sacramento when I could just go to the yard in Sacramento. That makes no sense to that. But yeah, it's 50% ratio. But I got lucky with doing mostly dropping hooks, and so I was like in and out of these places pretty fast, honestly. So I'm pretty, and I was pretty happy about that. But then I hope I don't get any more live loads and live unloads back to back. I don't like doing that shit, especially if it's a 2-stop, dude. Like, that shit takes all damn day, dude. So yeah, I'm gonna have a very long day, and that means when I do get back, I'm gonna probably be doing day shifts coming back out, and I'm not happy of doing that because the day shifts fucking suck. Especially when you go to Southern California, dude. Like, there's just bumpy bumper traffic all damn day. But at night, it's not that bad. At night, especially if you're going to LA or anywhere in Southern California, dude, I would recommend running at night, dude, because at night there's no traffic. Like, you don't gotta deal with basically these 4-wheelers and all that shit at night like that. I mean, you do here and there, but you don't gotta deal with the crazy traffic jams and can't even talk right now. The bumpy bumper traffic. Yeah, I did hear about the Grapevine being terrible too, because they're doing the road work on the Grapevine lately, which I'm kind of all for because it needs to be redone anyways, because it is so bumpy in the Grapevine, honestly. Like, I feel like it's much needed for the road work. I heard about that accident though that happened sometime last week. I guess a truck basically hit another truck and hit and run, and then a truck hit the guardrail on the left side coming down the Grapevine. I heard about that one. So the travel was pretty bad, but luckily I wasn't out during that time, so I got pretty lucky with that. Damn, 4 hours to go 15 miles. Damn, that's just terrible. Yeah, that does sound pretty terrible. I'm not gonna lie. That does sound terrible. Because I did hear about the accident, dude. Like, I'm glad I was not on that road during that day, honestly. I forgot what day that happened, honestly. But I heard it was terrible, dude. Because I think it happened, what, on Saturday or Friday or whatever? During the day? But I ran mainly nights because, yeah, I think I was running nights too as well, so I didn't really have to deal with that, so. But yeah, man, this is why I recommend night shifts, dude. So I'm gonna deal with that bullshit, you know? I'm telling you, man, you don't gotta deal with traffic jams or getting delayed fucking 4 hours for only going like 10, 15 miles. No, I'm good. I'll take the night shifts any day of the week, honestly. But yeah, the Grapevine, dude. Like I said, I think I already said it, but I fucking repeat myself at this point. Let me not do that. But yeah, the roads need to be done on the Grapevine, dude. It's terrible. Like, it's hella terrible. So I'm glad they're redoing it, honestly. If put some asphalt, you know, and that shit, redo the roads. Because it needs to be done, dude. Because that shit is so rough, dude. Both on the southbound and northbound side, the roads are so rough and terrible. Especially on the truck lane when you're going northbound, though. When you're coming down the Grapevine, like that road is awfully terrible. So I'm glad they're redoing that shit. It needs to be redone anyways. So what sucks about it, it limits you to only 3 lanes though instead of 4 lanes. So yeah, so that part I have to keep in mind of, honestly, now. But yeah, man, the Grapevine has been a struggle for a lot of drivers lately. I don't know. I just hope I don't have to deal with that freaking traffic jam. And hopefully, like, you know, fingers crossed that I don't experience that kind of accident. But I heard that the accident was terrible. Let me see here. Let me read the comments. It's probably what the other reason why I do feel the rough roads and like the bumps a lot. It's because I'm in the Freightliner. It makes perfect sense on that. But I did hear the next gen Freightliners did improve on that. Because I was watching Alex the Trucking Guy's video lately. Because I did hear he was working at what, US Express, doing those dollar counts. But from last time I heard, like, he kind of quit, and because of the hard work and all that, and they do make good money, don't get me wrong. Like, those dollar counts, they do pay really good, but you're gonna be working your ass off for that shit. I'm telling you right now. Like, you probably get burnt out by doing that, and not only that, that drive-in, I'll tell you right now, on a summer day, that shit gets hot in there. So, like there's no air ventilation, nothing like that. It's just straight up heat in there. I'm telling you, on a hot day, that trailer, I'm telling you right now, dude, like, if it's like 90 degrees, dude, it's gonna feel like 115, that bitch. I'm telling you right now, dude, it is hot as shit in that drive-in, dude. So I don't blame Alex for quitting for that reason, because I'm telling you, the summer days of doing those dollar counts, dude, they do get rough. You're sweating in there, dude, in that trailer. Do I plan to stay in trucking long term? Honestly, yes and no. Yes, because I actually do like what I'm doing, but no, because of how this industry is going towards, dude, honestly, because I don't know, every truck, it's just the industry is. Oh, damn. Alright, I gotta go, yo. I'll catch you guys later.